Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Season 11 Grand Finals, day number 2 here. We got 3 Grand Finals coming your way tonight. Challenger, Rival, and Titan. We're going to crown quite a few champions tonight. It's going to be a very, very fun and exciting evening. Glad to have you all with us here. I'm Rockerman in the booth, joined by the one and only Season 1 legend, Ventus. Ventus, how are you doing tonight?
Doing very well. You know, it feels almost full circle that I'm casting the samurai as I know that I believe I was on the samurai when I won in season one. Might be mistaken, but
Yeah.
I believe that was the org I was in.
It,
But
it,
so almost full circle, I'm here casting the samurai now. And just super fitting, super excited. I mean, both these teams are really great. I mean, I'm super excited. I know I casted a couple of Venom series in this playoff, so I might be a little biased towards them, and want to see them do well just because I've seen so much of them in this playoffs so far. But I mean, should be a great match.
yeah, it should be a great match, and yeah, this is a big storyline here. Venom is looking for their 4th championship all time. Kind of a sleeper dynasty in the Challenger League, if you will. They just find a way to win. It's the victory org for a reason. They just somehow find their way to the championship, to the grand finals, looking to win. Yeah, no one has ever gotten 4 championships in one team in Nemesis history. The most has been 3, tied with a couple teams, including Venom, Blizzard with that 3-peat way back in the day. And then, yeah, the Samurai team. Ventus, you did win with the Samurai, but we had some weird name swaps. They're technically the Papayas now, I believe. So this is the
Oh
first
yeah.
chance for these Samurai. Same name, different team. Technically, I know technicalities, but they're still looking for their first championship. And honestly, Ventus, they have got a really good roster after some midseason trades to get them here.
Yeah, I mean, I believe they traded for both Stakd and Copentay. And I mean, obviously, the trade worked out for them really well. I mean, they won their division. You know, I don't. I believe they're a very high seed. I know they went 13-5 in the regular season, but I can't remember the exact seed that they are.
Pre-seed.
But I mean, the 3 seed, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, super solid team overall, and obviously the 1 and 2 seed kind of got upset already. So I mean, they're the high seed here going into it, but I wouldn't necessarily call them the favorites. I believe that the Venom really has taken that mantle, and with this Venom roster really showing out and come playoff time, and they got hot at the right time. So obviously Samurai the higher seed, but Venom might be the favorites going into this match.
Yeah, they might be. I mean, the viewers have been hyping them up here in the Discord. I know they're leading the Discord prediction, and right now they got a slight edge in the channel point prediction. I'll still got a couple minutes to get your predictions in for that one. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one for sure. And yeah, Venom, they are no strangers to being the underdogs here and trying to make a run. Like we mentioned, I feel like Ventus, all 3 of their championship runs have come with them being the 4 seed or lower, including last season as the 6 seed. So they're the defending champions, looking to come back at this one, looking to make some magic happen, and looking for some history. Forht and Merely both looking for their first championship. 2 Nemesis veterans that are going to be eager to try to pull this one off.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a great series. I'm super excited. And I mean, hopefully we'll be able to get this thing started really quickly. As we let all the people test their pings in the server, and everything seems to be good. And I'm gonna take it to a little prediction time here, and both these teams are really solid. I think it's gonna go the distance, but I want to give the edge to Venom here with how well they've been in the postseason. So I think I'll do a game 7, but in favor of Venom here.
Oh, we're going to have to see as we're about to get underway here for game number 1 of the Season 11 Challenger League Grand Finals. We have Samurai, 3 seed in the yellow here with Copentay, Stakd, and Stytes. And then Venom, the underdogs, the 8 seed, made their run here with Afro Demon, Yukio Takeda, and Merely. And a lot of great players here in this lobby fighting for their first championships here. And Yukio, the sole champion winner here, was on that Venom team last season. and looking to make something happen. Again, trying to find that second in a row and find another one for that victory org. As we're in game number 1 here, this ball popping up. Stytes looking to pass it down. Copentay trying to fire it into the net there. It's off the post, though. Follow-up's going to come through. He puts his own shot back in the net there, and Samurai are going to strike first.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great play from Samurai there. A good infield pass from Stytes, and able to put it away. Might have bounced off the post a little bit, but I mean, Samurai already opening this game with a bunch of infield passes to each other. So very threatening stuff from the side of Samurai. Hopefully, Venom will be able to adjust accordingly and cut off some of those passing plays.
And we'll have to see. Venom, like we mentioned, they made that run as the underdog there, and they've kind of convinced some people, Ventus, that they are the favorites here after taking down the 1 seed in orbit, making their run through the play-in tournament. Even at as the 10 seed, they ran all the way through that play-in tournament, taking down orbit, taking down Griffins, and ever since their first play-in match here, they have swept every match, or every single match to this point, Ventus. So there's probably not a hotter team than this Venom squad right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know I watched the sweep against Orbit. I was casting it after I lost my series against Galaxy, so I know I predicted that Venom was gonna win in a sweeping fashion, but that might have just been a little biased by me, but it ended up being the correct choice anyways. And yeah, this Venom team has been really hot ever since the playoffs really happened and the play-in tournament, and it's definitely going to be exciting as a shot comes out by Forht and it goes right past the last defender, just unable to get that save off his own post.
Yeah, and finally Venom gonna get on the board there. Stakd just not quite able to get to it, and Forht is gonna find the back of the net. So a good answer here from Venom, able to find one into the net here. And yeah, that's an interesting component of this match too, Ventus, is that these two teams, trying to figure out who's going to come up with the momentum here in the grand finals. Obviously, a lot of nerves on hand here when you're playing for the championship here, the last game or last match of the regular season for all the marbles.
Yeah, I mean, and game 1 and game 7 are by far the worst. I mean, once you kind of get into it, a great shot there by Merely finds the back of the net and puts Venom up 2-1. But yeah, as I was saying, the game 1 and game 7 are really the most nerve-wracking, as the game 1 is where you're trying to get settled and trying to establish your play style, and game 7 is obviously for all the marbles, and the whole season's going to be on the line. And so hopefully these teams will kind of settle in sooner rather than later, and put on a great series. But yeah, definitely nerves can be a big factor here in the grand finals.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree to that here. Having some experience, and the nerves do not, well, they get a little bit easier, like you said, after game 1. I'll agree completely with that. And both these teams, though, still try to find their way in this first game of the grand finals, and you just saw Merely put that goal in the back of the net to give Venom the lead, and now Samurai gotta find an answer. They are the higher seeded team here, had a great season, trying to prove why they've gotten here to this point. Like we mentioned, the big trade for Copentay and Stakd has definitely got them to this point here. And Stytes is no slouch either. Right now, find themselves down by 1 here. In game number 1, Stakd trying to fire it across the midfield, looking for Copentay. There he is again. And the Samurai continue their beautiful passing plays.
Yeah, and you said it right there. Just another amazing passing play, an infield pass again from this Samurai squad. Allows them to get another, not free net, as obviously there's a couple defenders back, but it's so hard to read how the shot's going to go from that infield pass. And it looks like a kickoff goal is actually going to come out from the way of Samurai and give Samurai the lead here in the game 1 now, after being down 2-1 for most of this game 1. It seems like a little break there from the kickoff, but they've seemed to find more footing here in this game 1.
And Copentay going to come through with that hat trick. A well-played kickoff there. Sometimes the ball goes in your favor, and it did right there. As Copentay going to find the back of the net, giving the Samurai the edge here in game 1. Trying to find for some more. Stakd looking to fire that one. Not quite. As Forht look to take some control here, but Stytes all over him there, trying to get to it again. Can't find that touch. Merely gonna race out to this one with the ball, dropping straight down, push back out, but Stakd able to keep it in now as we're down to a minute here in game number 1. Forht gonna find that touch, ball popping up. Samurai both jumping for that one there, a little bit awkward as Stytes is gonna make contact. Merely taking to the ceiling, trying to drop it down, looking for a teammate. 50 coming through by Stakd. Can he finish it off? He's sending it to the net, and he's gonna send it in.
Yeah, just a good play there, a good 50 by Stakd, and he's just gonna follow up his own 50. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like Forht was able to get back as he had 0 boost. And maybe a little bit of an overcommit there by Venom. Maybe due to the time constraint, but they didn't have much boost in that entire play either. As it seemed like all 3 of the Venom players had 0 boost, but maybe that's a testament to the pressure that Samurai was able to generate, and how the passing plays were able to let them steal the corner boost and allow that pressure to go up. And another shot almost comes out by Stakd. Looks like it's going to be dangerous. A pass out to Stytes. Stytes going to put another one on net there. And I mean, this Samurai team has definitely come out swinging in this game 1 with another great passing play.
Yeah, and they just seem to find each other perfectly every time there, as that one is going to find its way in the back of the net. Copentay to Stytes, and the Samurai, after dropping down 2-1, come back with 4 unanswered here in game 1. Going to take this first and give themselves a good footing in their chances and their hopes for a championship. This one sent back down into the Venom zone. Samurai looking for maybe one more for the road there. Boost can be stolen by Merely, trying to get up to it again, but can't quite find that touch, as this one is going to touch the ground, and it's going to result in a Samurai game 1 victory. A solid performance coming up from them, Ventus.
Yeah, and they really took a hold of this game 1 in the second half of the game. I mean, they were down. Looks like a server reset's coming out. But they were down 1-2 for most of the series. But even still, I mean, we see 16 shots by this Samurai offense to only 6 from Venom, and a wide disparity there between the shots. And obviously, when you're having that much pressure over the entire game, goals will follow. And it was great play by Samurai. A lot of those passing plays put Venom awkward, but I mean, it just seems like Venom not able to find a solid rotation there, and a lot of just like panicking from them. They were low boost a lot of the time with Samurai's pressure, but it seemed like when they had control of the ball and space, they ended up just giving it away to the Samurai squad. And so hopefully Venom's gonna be able to take this server reset as a little bit of a timeout, like a mental reset, if you will, and really be able to focus in the second game after giving up 4 unresponded goals.
Yeah.
I forget the word.
Unanswered.
Unanswered. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So 4 unanswered goals. Hopefully this server reset will give Venom a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, hopefully so, as they're going to have to try to find a way to bounce back, but these underdogs have done that many times in this season here. Despite a 7-11 record, they found their way in as the 10 seed. Maybe controversial to some there who may have had a better record, but they have proven that there is a big reason why they should be here, and they're hoping to prove that once again here as we get into game number 2 on Urban Central here. Venom trying to answer back. This ball is up, though, and Copentay is striking once more. The man is a goal-scoring machine.
Yeah, and a good play there by Stytes to put off the back wall, but Yukio just an awkward read and not really fast enough, and that's kind of been the tale of this series so far. Is Samurai's really just been able to outspeed Venom no matter what situation there. And I mean, Yukio was much closer to the ball and much he had the boost, but Copentay is just able to get there first and put a shot by him, and a good play by Copentay nonetheless. But you got to really hope that Venom's able to pick up the pace here. As I say that, looks like Stack's gonna get another goal and another passing play here from Samurai. I mean, Yukio has to play it out there as Copentay is also committing, and it just goes right to Stakd, and Stack's gonna put that one away to put them up 2-0, and now it's 6 unanswered goals across 2 games, and Samurai has definitely seized the momentum so far in this series.
Yeah, they've found it here to start things off, and Venom gotta find a way to bring it back here as they're trying right there, merely trying to get it down, but the ball is just gonna float away. The Stytes looking across once again for that pass to play, shot towards net, dangerous. Yukio gotta get up for it. And these shots have been so dangerous, forcing Venom into really awkward spots, using up all their boost there. Finally, Merely gonna push that one away, but Copentay is right back at it there. This ball gets blocked up, Stakd. Not quite gonna be able to get to that one. The Stytes gonna have to bail him out here. Stytes looking again. Gonna find Copentay in the midfield. Merely can't connect. Turn gonna happen to Yukio. Got no boost. Can he defend the passing play? Forht, he gonna hit it off the post there. That one almost was own goal, but Forht lucky that one is gonna get away. And Venom right now is looking so awkward right here. They're running into each other once again, and just some chaos right now from Venom.
They're all on different pages, and a couple misrotations by Forht and Yukio, and it puts all of the players awkward, and so it allows the Samurai to steal their boost, add on some more pressure, and when you're bumping your own team, it creates way too many holes on the defensive half, and so Venom obviously not looking like the themselves that we've seen so far in this playoff series. Almost a double tap there, trying to make myself eat my own words as Yukio tries to put a nice shot on target there, but I mean, it just has not been enough. Venom only have 1 shot across this entire game, and Samurai have 5 already, so very, very much a high disparity there between the two teams.
Yeah, definitely so. And Venom looking like they're maybe caught off guard a little bit by this Samurai pace, trying to match him up here. But right now, it hasn't been enough, like you mentioned, not getting the shots on target that they need to get good opportunities to put them in the back of the net. And Samurai taking full authority on this one. This is an opportunity, but Forht is just going to send it off to the side. Not quite what he was looking for, as that ball is going to get by another Venom attacker. Merely going to have to try to get up to this one. Yukio gonna find a touch now. Merely trying to get to it, looking to drop it down, finding the passing plays, trying to send it back, but Copentay is gonna deny it away. He's looking to try to send it towards the net. It's going on, and it's going in once more. Another goal for the Samurai.
Yeah, I mean, Venom went completely all in on that play. I mean, you see all of the players from Venom rotating back with 0 boost. Yukio trying to make a touch, but Copentay obviously just gonna pop it right over him and take the free net, as it seems like another overcommit by Venom as they're trying to establish some offensive pressure, just not able to do so, as Samurai's been able to deal with it every way. And another floater here comes out. It's actually gonna go in. Another shot and another goal by Copentay, and he's gonna get his 2nd hat trick of the series. And I mean, Copentay, just a goal scoring machine.
Yeah, I mean, when you got 2 games and you got 2 hat tricks, it is going to be tough to beat you there, as Copentay has just been firing away in this game number 2 and game number 1, and now Samurai poised to take a 2-0 series lead here in the grand finals, and Venom, they got to find some sort of way to break out of this, because right now it's just not looking too good for him, as every ball is getting cut off in the midfield. Merely gonna deny that one away, but still the Samurai just holding all the pressure, all the control here. This one gonna be sent back in. Gotta try to find something here, otherwise it's almost assuredly timeout territory. Either teams get one tactical timeout in the playoffs here per series. You got to try to make advantage of the most here, and if Venom can't get any momentum here in this last last minute or so, Ventus, it's almost certainly timeout time.
Yeah, I mean, 8 unanswered goals now. It's really tough. I mean, another double commit comes out by Venom. They aren't taking time on the ball. I mean, merely able to get a little play going, but it's just cut off in the midfield, and they aren't stringing together any plays where they're keeping possession, and it seems like all they're doing is just throwing the ball away, and obviously that's not going to work in the grand finals, like, especially against the Samurai team. And as the clock's winding down here, another good save, but the pressure just mounting and mounting. Another shot trying attempt from Stakd, is clock's gonna hit 0 now and send us into game 3. I mean, I definitely think it's a timeout territory here if you're Venom, because you gotta change up something. I mean, they look completely outclassed by Samurai right now, and that's not what I've seen from Venom over the past 3 series. So I mean, you definitely got to take that timeout and reset here, and something's got to change. I mean, 12 shots again from this Samurai roster to only 4 from Venom. Crazy difference there in shots.
Yeah, it is a crazy shot differential, and we're gonna have to see if Venom are gonna end up calling the timeout. As I mean, this is one of these things, Ventus, where you can't let this go on any longer. We've talked a lot about the timeouts in the playoffs. It's always one of our favorite talking points because it's a strategy you don't get in the regular season. But for me right now, there's a time to not use the timeouts when you're down, when you're down 2-0. But there are times when you do need to use the timeout. Like if the games were close, like 1-goal games, you barely lost in overtime, I get it. But when you're down 2-0 and you haven't scored in a couple games, to not call the timeout here is kind of crazy to me. They're just gonna play on. I honestly completely disagree with this idea.
Yeah, I mean, even though I disagree, I guess I kind of respect it in a way. They're gonna take whatever they're gonna go with whatever they have, and hopefully, they went in with a game plan that I guess they're gonna try to stick with it. They think that it can work, and that they don't want to change it up just yet. But I mean, yeah, we're talking about unanswered goals, and almost changed my sentence there. But I mean, 8 of them, and they haven't scored since about the 3.5 minute mark in this game, in game 1. So we're talking about 9 minutes now where they have not been able to score. And so I mean, I don't think that the not taking the timeout was the best play. I think they definitely should have taken it with another goal from Samurai, just showing once again their passing plays, a good air dribble. I guess Merely not a great force, but it's whatever touch you could get with 0 boost. And Copentay, Stack's gonna slot that one in the back of the net just around the last defender. So, I mean, this Samurai team's looking way too good, and I completely disagree with the not use of the timeout there.
Yeah, no, but that's where we find ourselves now. And Venom, you gotta find a way to bounce back. You opted not to use it. You gotta stick with it. It wasn't even necessarily there was a lot to talk over. It's just one of those things where you had no momentum. You were double committing. You needed to calm down, and you need something to calm your team down. And right now, the only thing that can calm the nerves of this Venom team would be a goal in the back of the net. They're gonna have to try to find it here in Game 3, or they're gonna be facing the near impossible reverse sweep attempt. Is a big demo gonna come through? That one's gonna be off the crossbar though. Forht, he can't put it in, and that one doesn't go in either.
No.
Oh no, chaos as this one's sent back, and it's off the post. Thankfully for Venom there. This one is right back in the zone, and it's gonna find the net. An absolute utter disaster,
no.
Ventus.
That can't happen if you're Venom. I mean, 2 completely open nets there, absolutely missed, and it creates the easy counterattack onto their own net. And I mean, Samurai is just gonna take advantage of that with another goal by Copentay. And yeah, it's so sad to see. Is I thought they were actually gonna create some offensive pressure. I mean, Merely had a great dribble and a flick over one, and then got the demo on the last man back.
Yeah.
And just not able to put that away is absolutely devastating for this Venom team, who is in desperate need of some momentum and some confidence there. But yeah, obviously that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna need to find something now, and try as you might, you gotta put that one away. You gotta get it out of your minds here. You gotta put this one behind you, and you gotta lock in here if you're gonna want a chance. This is the grand finals here. You can't give up hope yet here. This is your season on the line for Venom. You gotta try to find a way to answer. This one flung high off the backboard. Big demo gonna come through. Stytes looking for something. He's gonna throw it off the backboard. He's gonna find the demo, and Copentay is gonna find the net. Just clinical.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the Samurai team can just kind of do whatever they want. I mean, there's no contest on the back wall. I mean, they get the demos on net both times. Maybe I believe that was Stytes. Wanted to put it off the backboard again just to demo the last guy, just to make a statement. But it's not looking good for Venom here. Samurai just looks so dominant right now.
Yeah, they really are, and it's just another clinical showing from them, and they are impressive to say the least right now, as they are just shutting down Venom at every single opportunity. Nothing is getting by them. You see Stytes just camping on the back or on the sidewall to try to block that one away. And now 2 minutes remaining here in the game 3. Venom almost in desperation mode. If they're going to want to have a chance here, you don't want to put yourself in reverse sweep territory. It's merely going to fire a nice shot towards net, but not going to find its way on target as this ball pops up. Copentay going to send it down. It's going to be cut off. The ball popping up. Merely going to take to the air, trying to get a little mechanical. Going to get the flip reset. Trying to fire it in, but that one just off the crossbar. Good attempt, but just couldn't quite get it down enough. It's fired back in, and a minute 34 remaining here. Venom still looking for a goal, trying to find this one in the back of the net, as nearly 10 minutes of in-game time have gone by, scoreless. They're trying to find something here, Ventus. A minute 18 left, down by 3. You're gonna need a miracle in this game 3 to try to bring it back here.
Yeah, and just the way Samurai's been playing, it looks like a mist comes out there, and it's really the first time Samurai hasn't been able to capitalize on the mistakes by Venom, but I mean, it does not look good. I mean, now we're looking at about 13 minutes of unanswered goals from Venom, and even with their couple glimpses of hope, it looks like they've just not been able to put the ball in the net, and another counterattack attempt comes out here by Stytes, and he's gonna put that one away too, and merely just zero boost again. It's just a tale as old as time. Is just a little bit of an overcommitment by Venom, and now it's just like Samurai just have to take the open opportunities they get. It's it's not looking good, and I talked about 13 minutes of unanswered goals, but now it's also just 12 goals that have gone unanswered from the side of Venom. Samurai just looking way too dominant right now in this moment of time.
Yeah, they really are. They're trying to find one more, forcing a triple commit from Venom, and Venom just lost in the sauce at the moment. And with their series on the line, grand finals on the line, gonna need something to find some momentum. And this one fired back in, trying to make something happen. Merely popping this one towards the net. Stack trying to deny the ball out there. Gonna be fired on, but Stytes again, still gonna deny it. Still gonna keep them scoreless, and still gonna keep Samurai on top, one win away from a championship.
Yeah, and it looks like Venom are now electing to use their timeout, but you got to think maybe it's too late, as this Samurai team already has all the momentum, and it's going to be really hard to swing the momentum back in Venom's favor after such a dominant performance by the Samurai. But I mean, on the one little bright side from Venom is they did outshoot Samurai 11-8 and had a little bit more, offensive pressure here. But I mean, even with that, they weren't able to score at all. I mean, 11 shots with 0 goals, and good defense by the Samurai, able to make a couple of those saves. I know Merely had a nice shot that he redirected off the ceiling, but I mean, other than the couple, mistakes from Venom, I mean, it was really only 1 or 2 goals that Venom wasn't able to create, and so if they're gonna allow 4 goals to be scored every game, even if they do convert those attempts into goals, and it's not gonna be enough from Venom to really shake up this series.
Well, they're gonna have to hope that they can, Ventus. For our sake, hopefully they can, for the viewers' sake, for Venom's sake, for the content's sake. We hope that they can somehow find a way to bring it back. But history is definitely not on their side, as in all of Nemesis history, all the best of sevens way back in season 1, only 3 have had a reverse sweep here, and they've all been done by 1 seeds, who did the reverse sweeping. So the odds aren't in their favor, But you know, Ventus, the odds have never really been in this Venom's team favor. They've been the underdogs many a times here. And if my memory serves correctly, they went to 12 game fives on the season. So these guys know how to provide some content. And, you know, they're going to have to hope to do it here. They're going to have to hope to find it one game at a time, bring that reverse sweep back. And, you know, it might not be a game five, but maybe they can force a game seven.
Yeah, I mean that's really all we can hope for is, those of us rooting for the content. We're hoping, Venom able to find a second wind here. Is they have pretty much just been completely dominated by the Samurai squad. And I mean, it's not even Forbidden Temple yet, but I'm hoping some crazy things happen.
Yeah, Venom might need it at this point, and hopefully, like I said, for their sake, for the content's sake, hopefully they can find it. But Samurai aren't going to be so quick to let that happen here, as they are going to try to close this down, get the brooms out, and bring home another championship for the War Room Org. This one sent down, Merely trying to find a touch there. We're going to send this one up high. Copentay dropping this one down, a little bit dangerous, but a touch going to come through by Stakd. Keep it around. Merely grabbing this one, hit it off the corner. Nice touch from him. Stakd still all over that one. And now Stytes is up. Venom playing a little passive now, trying to find their opportunities. As a big miss comes out, Merely can't quite connect on that one. They are going to be able to hit it away here as this one sent back in. It's going to pop up high. Really unable to connect, but double commit from Venom. Fortunately, turns into a double commit from Samurai. Is that one by one? Yukio gonna look for the bump. He's gonna find it, and Forht is gonna put it in. And after the long time, Ventus, almost 15 minutes of game time, they find the back of the net.
Yeah, a much needed one there. Give Venom some sort of confidence. A good play there by Yukio. I know he had the pop over one, was able to bump the second one, and hopefully this gives the Venom squad a little bit more confidence. But I'd love to see them make a couple more cuts in their rotations, even with low boost. Double touch almost comes out there. A follow almost by Stakd, kind of almost evens up the goal. Looks like Copentay is going to try to get an air dribble, pinch out. Luckily will diffuse the pressure. But I mean, I see a lot of the times where it's this Venom roster will just completely abandon their spot in the rotation to go back for boost. And if they're able to make some cuts in rotation, a great shot there by Forht, another great pass by Yukio. They're able to get the beat and the double mid. And I mean, that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Venom fan. It looks like they're finally starting to show some signs of confidence and offensive pressure. But as I was saying before the goal interrupted me, I mean, Venom just rotating back and completely abandoning their posts when they're low boost. I'd love to see them not even necessarily get a touch on the ball, but at least force Samurai to make harder touches just by the presence of a player there by Venom. And hopefully that's something that they're going to be able to do on defense. And obviously their offense is starting to wake up finally in this series.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Ventus, I'm actually going to disagree with you a little bit there. I think Venom needs to not overcommit. I think that was the big thing that they were doing last game, and I feel like in this game so far, they have not really overcommitted. They've been playing a little bit more passive, and I think it's caught the Samurai off just a little bit. It may be key later in the series to force some touches, but right now, Venom, by playing slow, playing the counterattack game, they found 2 goals right now, and able to give them the lead here. Well, we will have to see if that can continue, because as we've seen, the Samurai team, they can throw some goals in the back of the net, as they're trying to do right here. Looking to drop one down, not going to go for it. Trying to get out to it stacked. Just going to find a 50 in that one. It's going to be sent off to the side and pushed across there. Samurai again trying to keep the pressure in. 2 minutes remaining. This one sent down. Yukio taking in the corner, trying to find something there, but all he's going to find is the ball to himself in the corner. Going to pop it up high, looking for another touch there. Not going to find that one on target. The demo coming through. Samurai back on the attack, but Merely able to get one out. Gonna get a second. Gonna find a big clear. Buy himself a lot of time here, as Venom looking to battle back in this series. Trying to start it with one here. What a great pass in the midfield and a great bang. Stakd is gonna send it in.
Yeah, I mean a great pass there by Stytes to Stakd, and merely just not able to get far enough over. Almost gets a touch on the ball, but I mean just right over top of him. And a great passing play there again by Samurais. We've seen all series, and it hasn't just been limited to a couple of the players. I mean, it's been all three of these Samurai players have been able to create these passing opportunities and these goal scoring opportunities for each other. So, I mean, overall, a great play by Samurai, and it looks like they're starting to regain some of their former pressure.
Oh, it's that one almost found its way into the back of the net, but not quite. Venom fortunate not to have that one drop in, as this one could be dropped down, popped out of the midfield, and Forht, he's on top of it. He's gonna send it in. A hat trick for him, showing up big here in game number 4.
Yeah, I mean that was a great play by Yukio, and a slight mistouch there by Stytes kind of puts it right into the path of Fort. But I mean, and there's a double commit there by Samurai as well. But I mean, a great play by Yukio, and a nice little cleanup there by Fort to put the goal away.
A nice play indeed, and a great pass, great finish there. And Venom may have a little bit of life. Well, maybe a little less life there as a big miss comes through. Stack gonna put it in. Samurai back within 1.
Yeah, a little bit of a caster curse there. I mean, Stack gonna obviously take that open net. Just a really tough mistake there by Merely. I mean, it's a tough backboard read, but it's not impossible, and it's not one that I know Merely couldn't get to. I mean, Merely definitely had the ability to make that play, so just a little bit unfortunate. I mean, hopefully it doesn't bite Venom too hard in the butt.
Yeah, hopefully not here, as we're down to the final 30 seconds here. Venom looking to force it to the next game. Samurai looking to find one more to give themselves a chance to find the sweep and win the championship. This one dropped down, Merely can't quite get to it. The ball's going back now. Venom trying to turtle up here, but the Samurai are on the attack. Stacked. He's hunting for someone. This one shot towards the net forward. He's going to make a touch, but a double commit comes through. The ball is floating. Double commit again. The ball is still floating. Forht, he's just going to let it touch the ground. And thankfully,
Oh
Venom,
man.
they take a game here, Ventus. And sometimes it all just starts with 1.
Yeah, and I was really scared there that Fort was gonna keep the ball up and didn't really learn from Foam back in season 1 to let the ball drop at 0 seconds and secure the win. And luckily he faked it there, and he let the ball hit the ground. And I mean, a much needed win there by Venom, and it still seems like they kind of squeaked out the win. They had a good little half of a game there where they're able to generate a lot of offensive pressure. But that was really just from Yukio. I mean, Yukio really stepped up in this game. I mean, he had 3 phenomenal passes, and Fort was able to not hit the crossbar this time, but I mean, Yukio kind of put it on himself to really give Venom the best chance that they could in that game. And props to him, and hopefully he's going to be able to continue his dominance here in this next game.
Yeah, they're going to need it here as Venom, they find 1 here, and they're going to need to find some more, and they are going to start off with more, as Merely is going to put 1 in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a good play there. I mean, a good demo by Yukio, and Merely's gonna slot that one away. It looks like Stacked kind of just in the middle of nowhere, as he's kind of just caught out in the middle of net, not able to really make a save on many touches there by Merely. But I mean, obviously Venom's gonna take that one in, and it all started with Fort's air dribble as well. I mean, I don't want to discredit what Forht did just because the demo by Yukio. And I mean, Forht had a great play there just to set up that play in general. So, I mean, a good play by all the members of Venom, but it looks like it might be
Oh,
too late. But just off the post, Samurai finally starting to show cracks in their armors. They're not linking up as much, and starting to miss a couple of these key opportunities that they were able to put away in the earlier games.
yeah, you're exactly right. Have been a couple opportunities that have missed the mark that Samurai were converting on earlier, and Venom, they've been able to find some of their their opportunities that they weren't hitting on earlier. So things have definitely have a little bit of a different aura here. So we're in a game 5 here, Venom. holding on to their early lead. Gonna battle one game at a time here to try to force it back, trying to send us to game 6 to Forbidden Temple. And once you get there, like we mentioned, anything can happen, and a great pass can happen right here as Copentay, another goal for him. And just when you need to stop the momentum, you find this guy.
Yeah, I mean, a great pass, and we've talked about the infield passing plays from the Samurai offense this entire series, and another one there just really shows how good they are at finding each other and putting the passes right on the dot. But I mean, it looked like a little bit of a misplay there by Forht. Is he was pretty much facing the challenge head on and decided to like make a turn, assuming that they're gonna make a solo play. And obviously, when you see somebody commit that way, you can just change what your original plan is. A great find there of a pass, but at least like a little bit of a mistake there by Forht.
The mistake leads to a goal here for the Samurai as they're tying this one up, and a bump attempt is coming through. Watch out there. Forht, he's trying to cook, and he's going to take it around the defense. A nice interruption, and Forht, he has really shown up here in the last couple games.
Yeah, I mean, a great play there. I mean, the Samurai defense so awkward, but it looks like they bumped each other in the corner, potentially trying to grab that boost, and Forht just gonna sneak in between the two of them and get a nice flick by the third man, and it looks like another potential goal might come out, but luckily it's gonna be saved away by Stytes. And I mean, yeah, Forht has definitely stepped up and been able to put a lot of shots on net. As it looks like another shot's gonna be on net here. Is a little bit of a misrotation and a bump coming out on the side of Venom. I mean, a slight misplay there by Copentay, and Yukio's going to get a nice bump and really set up that play. Merely's going to get a free open net there to give them a 2-goal lead.
And wait a minute, folks. Some things might be brewing here as Venom now is up 3-1. And all of a sudden here, things have gotten a little bit wishy-washy as Samurai find themselves down now, trying to find some momentum, and Venom has seemingly captured some of it back in their own end here as they're trying to bring it back, trying to force that game 6 to give themselves an opportunity at a Nemesis-record 4th championship. Samurai still keeping this one around on the attack. A double commit comes through, but Venom still able to recover. And double commits, they still happened a little bit more here. Even in these games, it's done a lot less than what we saw in the first couple, but Samurai haven't been able to capitalize on as many of those double commits Ventus in these last 2 games, and that's a big reason why Venom, they cut him down. And oh my gosh, wait a minute, Forht, he's trying to take it all the way, and after his missed goal there earlier that we saw in game 3 at the beginning, he's kind of turned it on. I think he kind of took that one personally.
Yeah, I think a lot of the players on this Venom roster have really stepped up now, and Yukio, I talked about him being a big asset to the newfound pressure that they've been able to make. I mean, he had a couple of great bumps and almost a goal there by Stytes, just right around, just not quite on, and another just uncapitalized opportunity. But I mean, Yukio been great on the offensive side of the ball, and yeah, as you were talking about, Forht really stepping it up on the offensive side of the ball as well. And so it looks like they're starting to find a little bit of that second win that I was hoping we'd see from them. It looks like Merely looking for a double tap past middle, but a great save away by Copentay. And I mean, the Samurai roster, it almost seems like it's the flip. A shot just off the crossbar and post. But I mean, this Samurai roster seems like they're completely on the back foot now. As a missed open net there, another whiff comes out. But I mean, Samurai definitely looking like the shells of the former selves of them, and really got to step it up and regain what they once had to really get back into the series.
Yeah, now things are getting very dangerous here as we're down to the final 30 seconds here of game number 5. Venom, they are looking to send us to Forbidden Temple, and they just about have. And Samurai, once dominant, now maybe a little crack in the armor, if you will, here, as Venom gonna look to take game number 5 here, and they are gonna send us to that game number 6. And Ventus, is this time for the timeout? Has Venom stolen enough momentum to call this timeout after this game?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. It's such a tough thing to say because I think that I really think that Samurai had at least two missed opportunities there that would have given them the two goals that they needed to tie the game. And so I think that even though the scoreline was 3-1, I think that the game was a lot closer than we thought. I think that Samurai made a little bit too many mistakes on offense and weren't able to put away the goals. And so I think they might just elect to keep it and use it for if they lose Game 6 because I think that they're confident in their ability to recover from this. The goal wasn't. It doesn't seem like this game was too far away from them. They won't be able to come back.
Yeah, and they're opting not to use it here. So we head to game 6 to Forbidden Temple, where all the crazy things in Nemesis history they have happened on this very map. And it's forbidden for a reason. And hopefully we'll see some more craziness here as we're going to get underway here. The Venom are looking to try to find this reverse sweep. They need another game here to send us to game 7. And they're firing off early here, trying to find it in the back of the net. And it's going to be on the Samurai to find something. That one almost shot towards them. Merely, unfortunately, though, going to land on that ball. As Samurai really slowing it down here, trying to get to this one. Yukio and Merely both up for this one. Merely off the backboard. This one dropping down. He's not going to find it. Here comes Forht. He's going to bail out of it, though. Got to get back as Stytes. He sent it a long way. This one off the backboard. Opportunity. Shot towards the net, and Stakd is going to put it in to stop the bleeding.
I mean, a great play there by Samurai and a great shot by Stakd. I know he had to completely get around Yukio there and put a good shot on net as, Merely was ready. But, I mean, just perfect placement there just by around Yukio and right by Merely. But, I mean, that really stemmed from the fact that Venom double committed on a double tap attempt. I mean, Merely and Yukio both went for the same double tap, and they kind of messed each other up. And it really allowed the Samurai roster to just quickly counterattack because both were zero booster on the back. And as I say that, a great play comes out by Venom, a good pass there by Yukio, and elects to leave it for Forht, and Forht able to put that one just below the crossbar. And Venom showing their offensive signs that they had in the past couple of games. So I mean, this game number 6 will definitely be a really close game and a really back and forth game.
Yeah, it's looking like it as these teams have traded goals here to start things off there. And a great answer once more by Forht, who he's had the answers in this series as he puts that one in. Merely going to be bumped off that one. A great bump. Venom now on the attack here, trying to find this next goal. The pressure is on here. It is all on their shoulder. If Samurai can win this game, they'll be the champions of Season 11. But Venom not going to be so quick to let him do that. A big miss comes through. Forht with some time here. Going to take the space, but going to be cut off. Copentay all over that one. Pinching this one up high. Going towards the net Merely. Got to get to it. He does. Going to send it off now. Trying to get to another one. Stytes. A big bump in the midfield. Could open up some space. A big fake. But a bigger touch there. Able to pop it away. Samurai almost had something going there, but not quite meant to be as this one banged off the backboard. Stacked. Dropping that one out Merely. Off the sidewall there. Copentay. He's going to bang it down, looking for Stakd, trying to find it off the backboard. Follow-up attempt coming through, but Merely on top of that one, trying to find that second touch. Can't find that one, though. Samurai, we're on the attack here. Stakd now, sending it back in. A touch. Going to come through. Afro into the corner. Merely going to bang this one up high. Copentay trying to get to it. It's over the top of him. This ball could be dangerous if someone could get back to it. No one from Samurai going for it quite yet. Stytes looking to take control. Fortunately, Venom not quite there yet, but dangerous ball off the backboard. Out in the midfield now, Stakd. He's going to send it down, looking for another touch, trying to find the shot there, looking for the pass instead. Not going to get it here, Stytes. He's going to keep it around, looking again for his teammate. Stakd is making the turn forward. He's going to cut it off. Samurai a little bit too far up here, but they're still going to be able to recover. And now up in the air, 3-on-1. Merely, what can you do for us? He's going to make the big save, able to push it away. And Samurai are really trying to fire one in here. Ventus trying to get the next one through to get a championship. But Venom, the defense is holding on strong right now.
Yeah, I mean, some great defensive play by Venom, and they're really contesting the midfield, and a lot of that has been Yukio, and he's been great to kind of diffuse the passes that Samurai has been going for. And the Venom team here looks completely different than they did in the first couple games, especially on defense. They seem a lot more calm and controlled versus when they were allowing themselves to get boost starved and going for risky balls. As I say that, a
Oh,
potential shot comes out and
oh my
another
gosh.
risky play, but Venom holds on, and I mean that's something that we haven't been able to see them do earlier in the series. So I mean, definitely some great plays there coming out from Venom.
Oh my goodness, that one was almost a very dangerous ball to go in the back of the net, but fortunately for Venom, it does not find its way through. Instead, we remain tied at 1 in this Game 6 Forbidden Temple. The chaos is already happening here as Samurai gonna send this one up high. The ball is dropping down, but Merely is gonna get a touch just in time, able to get that one away, keep his team alive. So we're now to the final minute, final 60 seconds of regulation. Will we see overtime? Will we see a game winner here? Will we see 7? Will we see a championship? Questions all to be answered here as this one off the backboard. Merely can't find the touch. That one can be cleared away. It's the ball now popping up. Samurai looking to send it across. This ball towards the net stack. Not going to be able to find the touch. Merely going to take control. Trying to take this one down. Got a teammate in the midfield, but a big dunk by Copentay. Copentay trying to find another one. But not going to be able to put it in the back of the net. We're down to the final 30 seconds of regulation. Yukio gonna bang this one up high. Copentay gotta make the touch there, but fortunately Stakd gonna get to it there. Able to get it away. Is that one a little bit wide, a little bit dangerous? But last opportunities here of regulation for both these two teams. That one pushed across. Copentay gonna find a touch. The ball up again. Copentay send this one towards the middle. Gonna be taking the corner. A big 50 comes through. Merely gonna pop it up, gonna send it down. Is it going on the net there? The ball, it's gonna go in. Merely, he puts it in with 4 seconds remaining.
Oh my gosh! I mean, a hard play there by Stytes, but you gotta get that one to force overtime. A big mistake comes out from Samurai with the last 4 seconds, especially with how back and forth it's been.
Oh,
And as the clock winds down, the ball's still up. It's not
wait.
over yet. Looks like Stack's gonna try to get a pass, but Styte's not able to get there in time. And Venom on the brink of doing something unthought of, as they have now taken 3 in a row from this Samurai like squad.
Oh my gosh, and the game point gurus. They've sent us to another deciding game. They've done it so many times in the regular season, and now they've sent us to game 7 with a reverse sweep on the line, looking to make Nemesis history. You mentioned it, only 3 times in all of the best of 7s in Nemesis history have we seen a reverse sweep, and now Venom are on the verge of sending us that way. And I mean, Ventus, reverse sweeps are always improbable. But I mean, who would have thought that this would happen here in this game right now? I mean, with the way Venom looked in the first couple of games, there was nothing going on, and I mean, it's just an absurd comeback right now.
Yeah, I mean, completely absurd. I mean, I said it was gonna go to Game 7, so I mean, obviously, I was on point there, you know. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, we were looking at games 1, 2, and 3. I mean, Samurai had 12 unanswered goals against Venom. I mean, Venom was struggling to just defend their own net, and I mean, to go from that, I mean, Venom didn't score for almost 15 minutes of gameplay between
Yeah.
3 separate games. I mean, to go from being that like bad almost, I mean, that far, like that, going against that momentum and really turning it all the way to the fact that not only are they forcing Game 7, but they have looked so good, and a goal
Oh
comes
my
out, and
gosh.
and Venom's
No
actually going
way.
to take the lead to start out this Game 7, and I mean, just going from 0-3 to tied to now being
What?
up in Game 7 is absolutely wild.
And where is the timeout? This is absurd. Where is the Samurai timeout? You've given up all the momentum. You've given up all the pressure. No timeout to be had. And instead, you give up the first goal in Game 7. And Venom, they just find a way. The victory org, you can't count them out here. And right now, they've got the lead in Game 7. Looking to pull off this reverse sweep. And the Samurai, they've got to quell their nerves. They gotta find a way here in Game 7. We talked about how one game can decide it all, and the pressure is most definitely on, as now they find themselves in a hole, looking to get reverse swept. This one popped out of the midfield. Samurai trying to look for something, but this ball is up high. Yukio's trying to get to it, but it's going to be denied away by the Samurai. Merely looking to send this one back in. The ball pops up. It's floating down. Stytes can't get to it. Neither can Venom. This ball, Samurai, a little bit of a team bump there. We're running into each other here. As this ball out of the midfield now. Forht gonna find a touch. This one's sent down, and Ventus right now, it just seems like the Samurai, they've given up all their pressure. They seem so slow right now to challenging on these balls.
Yeah, I mean, they have not looked like themselves. And I mean, you mentioned Samurai did not take their time out after losing game 6. And that's very questionable in my opinion. Is, you know, they had so much momentum, and a potential shot coming out here by Forht just going to be wide, merely trying to put it on target. I mean, this Venom roster has created so much pressure and so much momentum for themselves over the last 4 games now, or the 3 games and this one, and it's really mind-boggling that Samurai still feel confident in their ability to you know, that they didn't need a timeout at all. And so I think that one, I mean, Venom made a blunder, you know, not taking their timeout, but you know, I think Samurai not taking a timeout here is even more of a blunder. Is, you know, they can't. There's no more games after this. There's no more ability to use their timeout. They you know, they use it or lose it strategy. I mean, they just elected to lose their timeout in this series, and you know, timeout is a very key thing in changing tides of momentum. So I mean, very questionable.
Oh.
A great air dribble there by Yukio, and an amazing play. I mean, Yukio doing it all on his own around 2, gets it under the 3rd, and I mean,
what is that?
Now Venom have a 2-goal lead. I mean, absolutely wild stuff. Yeah, I cannot believe that this is happening right now.
This is unreal. With this Venom team that we saw in those first couple games, it looked like the sweep was underway. This is not one of those, you know, reverse sweeps where you're like, man, you know, all those games were so close. They were 1 away. And this one sent back towards the net, a dangerous ball. Gonna have to take control. This was not one of those ones where you like, wow, they can really win any of these first couple games. Samurai walked Venom around in game 1 and 2, or game 1, 2, and 3, and finally, Stytes, he's gonna stop some more bleeding, put it in the back of the net, and bring him within 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's all facilitated by Copentay there. I mean, a great pass off the back wall and a great bump on, I believe it was Yukio. I mean, especially with how dominant Yukio's been. I mean, a great bump there to just open up the path for Stytes to put it away, and a much needed goal for Samurai, as you know, they had not looked like themselves. So hopefully this gives them some more confidence as Stytes looking to pass it. Copentay's there. Copentay puts a shot on net, and they also got a bump from the last Venom player, and now it's tied. Now Samurai showing signs of life about halfway into this game 7, deciding that they are done messing around and they're here to play.
Wow, and it's Copentay again. He has led the way for the Samurai in those early games here, and he's gonna find a big goal to tie it up here. And now the pressure is on both these teams, and it's on the demo. The defense erased. Copentay erasing the deficit and taking the lead for the Samurai.
Wow, I mean, another great play there, and another demo. I believe that's 3 goals that they've scored off of bumps or demos on the last man of Venom, and an infield pass play by Samurai. I mean, they have now completely seized the momentum here in this game 7. They didn't even have to use the timeout, as a potential double tap comes out by Copentay, just unable to get the last touch. But I mean, it's wild how back and forth this game is right now. I mean, absolutely crazy stuff.
Yeah, this is insane stuff right here. Game 7 for the championship here. Venom now. The kids who have come back, the underdogs for so long, now find themselves in a tough position here. Down by 1 with a minute remaining here, as this ball is sent back up, looking to drop it down. A nice touchdown in front of the net there. The bumps. Oh, Copentay on the goal line. He denies it away. What a save by Copentay. Keeping his team alive as the shot coming right back off the backboard and Stakd. He's gonna make the touch. And Venom, they're fighting here, trying to find something. Will they find it, or will they be denied? A missed touch comes through. Stytes trying to send it down in the corner. Two Samurai attackers on this ball here as the time ticking merely. Gonna bang it down. 30 seconds remaining here in game 7. Venom need to find something, and they need it right now here. Stytes on the control, popping it by one. Forht turning it in the corner. Yukio gonna pop this one up high. Forht trying to get up to it. Copentay, he's gonna find a touch. Merely sending it back across the middle, looking for a teammate. He's not gonna find any as this one's sent back. Yukio gonna try to drop it down. A missed touch, maybe. He's gonna send it out. The 50 comes through. Last opportunity for Venom. The ball is up. It's floating. It's off the backboard. Can they find one more? A big miss. Merely, he puts it in. 0 seconds remaining. He puts it in. Overtime.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that they were able to score it 0 seconds. I mean, it looked like all hope was lost, but we're heading into overtime game 7. I mean, who would have thought this series has been so back and forth?
Oh my goodness, and this one, Stytes, he's trying to drop it in. Unbelievable. The reverse sweep attempt, it lives on here in game 7 as Merely put that goal in, and now Venom. Can they end it off, or will the Samurai hold and recover the ball? Offed up here. A touch trying to come through. Stytes looking to find it. Merely gonna help him out with a big dunk comes through. The ball now floating up. Opportunity. Shot towards the net, but it's gonna go a little bit high. Venom trying to get this one, and the nerves are high here in this one. A shot attempt coming through, but it's blocked away. It bumps. Trying to come through. Big mistouch. And leaves some open space for Forht, who's gonna be erased off the pitch. 50 coming through from Yukio as it's sent off to the side. Venom trying to get this one out. Merely can't find the touch. The ball popped up high. Merely trying to get back to it. He's going to find the touch. Able to send it to the corner. But this one pass in the midfield. Copentay sending it towards the net, but Forht, he's there on the goal line to deny it away. Once again, he's been huge for this team. He's been huge for everyone in the Victory org, as this one is now pushed to the midfield here. And now Samurai gonna make the counterattack. The ball popped up, floating in the midfield. No one wanting to go for this one. Every team, every player knowing the pressure is on this very moment right now. As this one dropping down, Copentay trying to find it. The ball floating out of the midfield now. Opportunity here for the Samurai. Gonna send it in the corner, looking for another touch. That one gonna be blocked away. Boost gonna be grabbed. Gonna be stolen. This one floating across. It's dropping down. And that one is off the post. It's not gonna go in. Oh my goodness. Another one that's off the post. The chaos continues, Ventus.
Oh my god, and another attempt comes out, a great solo play. A shot comes out here. I mean, back and forth play by both teams. Stakd unable to get the touch here. Looks like Venom's gonna be able to maintain. They're gonna look for some offensive pressure. A good 50 comes out in the midfield. Forht gets a beat on one. Stakd gonna get a clear his last back. I mean, these teams are back and forth right now. Melee looking for a solo play. Gonna get the double off the backboard, not able to get there. Copentay's gonna clear it out. Forht electing to put it to the sidewall. Stytes not going to be able to get the touch. A double commit comes out by Venom. Looks like Merely's going to be first to this ball. Merely not able to get the touch. Yeah, it's back and forth.
This is chaos, but it seems like it's on a moment's edge right here. And there it is. It's Forht. The reverse sweep. It comes through. Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions.
Yeah, and I mean, just absolutely insane series. I mean, we're talking about Venom, who hadn't scored in 15 minutes, absolutely coming back, forcing game 7, going down in game 7, forcing overtime at 0 seconds, and then finally, after 2.5 minutes of overtime, able to put in the dagger against this Samurai squad. I mean, you could not ask for a better series there, and I mean,
wow.
Absolutely wild. But I'd like to say that I picked Venom in game 7, so.
Well, I did too. I picked Venom in game 7, and they didn't give us too much confidence, but my goodness, they've done it. Merely and Forht gonna win their first championships back to back for Venom, the 4-time champions. Unreal, folks. Unreal in the Challenger League. And Venom, they find a way. The Victory org has just provided some wonders. Another championship to their ledger. And wow, I really don't know how it can get much better than that right there, folks. But we're gonna have to try. We're gonna have to try as, oh man, Ventus. I mean, what a series right there. What a series.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a loss of words. I mean, it's insane. I can't. I can't believe Venom was really able to buckle down and come back. I mean, it seemed like all hope was lost for Venom. You know, towards the end of that game three, not being able to even score on Samurai's net, and I mean, just to be able to come back from that is absolutely crazy. And I mean, they definitely made Nemesis history just then.
Yeah.
A great win, and you know, if this is what's to come of the first series, I mean, I can't wait for the next two series we have coming up.
Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely and utterly insane right there. Venom pulls off the reverse sweep, the only non one seed to pull off a reverse sweep, and they do it in the grand finals. They are champions of the Challenger League. And we are going to be right back after a short break here. A couple of big shout outs here to Jack Soy, Logan, and Grebsy for the resub. Much appreciated. And well, folks, you guys are going to have to stick around because we have more Rival League and Titan League action, more grand finals to be had. Uh, well, hopefully they can live up to this. I don't know how they're going to do it, but man, we provide some content and we're going to have to see how it shakes out. So make sure you guys stick around and we'll see you guys in a few minutes.